Because there was no audio. Yippee. Been 2 weeks since anyone last heard from my brother. It's not entirely unusual, except that I was supposed to be staying with him in his flat this semester. Since he already let me know where he leaves his spare key, I decided to let myself in. Perhaps I can find some clues to his whereabouts if I take a look around. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm assuming since you're reading this note, you let yourself in. Since you're getting so resourceful these days, I'm sure you'll be able to track down your gift all by yourself. Left a few hints around the flat in case you get stuck. Happy birthday, you'll be Daphne. Don't show this to mom and dad. Just tell them I got you CDs or something. I know you don't have your own player yet, so you can come around to mine anytime to watch these together. Symphony of a Severed Soul. Well, violence of violence. When you hear his music, it's time to be silent. Silent era masterpiece that was almost destroyed has been transferred to the stunning new GHL format. The first film to feature murder on screen, Symphony of a Severed Soul shocked audiences at the time so much the film was banned in Britain for almost 100 years. Now considered by horror aficionados to be not only one of the originals, but one of the best of the horror genre. We follow two grave robbers as they attempt to plunder the grave of the recently deceased maniac musician on a stormy autumn night. As they sneak through the graveyard, they recount the ghastly tale of the musician who sold his soul but lost his mind, leading to the death of those around him. As the haunting, ghostly melody floats through the graves, the two fiends realize they're not alone. It's time to crouch down low and stay quiet, or they won't be coming back alive. Ghoulish video spawn wave of ghastly films. Rival video format to VHS and Betamax called GHL, referred to as ghouls, has sparked outrage in both the public and the parliament recently. The tapes were introduced, beating the competition in terms of both quality and recording length, but has faced some backlash due to the increased risk of the tapes becoming haunted. Regardless of whether these rumors of hauntings are true, the reputation of the format has made it popular with the youth for the distribution of bootleg horror tapes. While many deny the legitimacy of these claims of hauntings are true, there has been an alarming recent rise in number of missing person cases. There have also been reports of outbursts of violence in connection with the tapes, although these reports are so far unsubstantiated. Concerned parents have formed a group to combat this torrent of violent and depraved films flooding the market. With the support of key cabinet members and spearheaded by renowned conservative activist Mary Lighthouse, the group Lighthouse Protection Services are calling for the banning of all GHL film and the public execution of any person found in possession of them. Lighthouse was reached for this comment: if we don't publicly execute these depraved individuals in the manner they deserve, then we run the risk of potentially exposing this country's children to violence on film, which most certainly leads to violent behavior. There it is. Quietly whispering. He must not see or hear us. Two statues. One seems to be offering the violin to the other. This tape is just marked with a question mark. It looks like something can be attached to it. Door's locked from the other side. Six rotten teeth barely hanging onto the circular gum to which they are attached. The smell is most foul, but they seem vital. Lime and tragic. I guess they couldn't eat it. There's no name on this grave. I can't see how far down the hole goes, but what choice? Gold skull that seems to be vibrating at a strange frequency. There's an indented impression on the bottom that looks like it fought into something. What's gonna trap me? Healing GHL tape. This tape will recover some health when consumed. Strap down here. I'm not sure how long I've been trapped in this hallway. It could be days or perhaps even weeks. It's impossible to tell when this place is always night and so far underground. At least I managed to slip past that violin playing devil, but now I seem to be stuck here between the wine cellar to the left and some sort of laboratory to the right. I first ventured into the wine cellar, but as soon as I did, some undead grave robbers rose from the earth and started to attack me. Fortunately, I was able to scramble back here and they didn't follow. I guess I'll need to arm myself with some kind of weapon before I venture back in there. My other choice is that laboratory to the right, but I'm worried about the screams and strange noises I hear from there. I think the scientists working in there may have gone mad. I guess I'll wait here and see if help arrives. If help arrives. It sounded weird. At least I don't feel hungry in this place, but I'm getting rather tired. Finally, I'm free to always work on my creations. Up there in the old world, I had to waste so much time. Waste time on a job, waste time with people, waste time eating and sleeping, not here. Here I have all the organic matter I could desire and the freedom to create whatever my heart desires. Failures, they were all failures. The matter soon breaks down in this place and they return back to the dead husks they once were. I need to branch out to other creatures, cross species, and take the best traits from each. There are no limitations here. Eureka, I've done it. I've created the perfect organism. After so many failed attempts, all it took was the right combination of creatures from these worlds. The recipe is as follows: eye of a cyclops, legs of a spider, wings of a bat. Sewer smiles. Something in the sewer smiles at you. Run. The sci-fi horror masterpiece is finally available as it was intended to be seen on GHL format. When an alien spaceship crashes into Earth, it smashes right into the sewer system below a highly populated city. One curious homeless man ventures over to see what the explosion was and gets more than he bargained for. On board the ship's trash room was a parasitic life form that consumes filth, and heaven knows this city is full of it. Everything it consumes, it turns to flesh, and anything that was already flesh becomes twisted. A team of scientists must race against an all-consuming foe in an effort to discover a way to stop the parasite and save the world. Or is it already too late as the world drowns in our filth? With outlandish special effects and a throbbing electronic score by the director, Sewer Smiles is as thrilling as it is disgusting. Let's see. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next one. October 1986. Sewer's inspection report. 3 more weeks of research down here. Water parasite levels are off the charts, and the equipment they have given us doesn't seem to be up to snuff. Jim's utter incompetence is not helping matters. I didn't realize causing burst pipes and broken machinery was part of his job description. Only 3 more weeks, and I'll be out of here. 12th October 1986. A few of the fellas have been reporting strange smells down here. Not exactly surprising considering where we are. But I can't say they are wrong. They describe it as meat, but not like rotting, more like it's fresh. If that wasn't enough, I'm also getting reports from them of strange noises like scratching and screeches. I think we are all just overworked, but we have to hit that deadline in the next couple of weeks if we expect to get any kind of bonus pay. 15th October 1986. 3 of us are now missing. What's going on down here? There are only 2 of us left, and Jim went to go and find us some supplies. I was bitten by something in the dark, and it seems to have infected my leg. I can't walk. I thought it was turning gangrenous, but it's still fresh. It bleeds constantly and smells almost sweet. Something is calling me in this dark, a voice it wants me to follow. As soon as I'm able to move again, I'll investigate and see what's there. It's white people activities for sure. Just like I'm doing right now. To combine with the teeth. This is absolutely disgusting. What is this growing on the walls? Ugh. I don't like it. Alrighty, Jit. I have no idea if you'll find this note, but I know you found your birthday gift and followed me into the tapes. I am so sorry. I had no idea all the haunted tapes malarkey was real. At least the films are decent. We're going to have to find a way to work together and get ourselves out of this mess. Find a weapon and arm yourself. It's not just the creatures in the tapes. There's something been stalking me from the shadows, and I'm fairly certain it isn't friendly. Channel 13 attachment. They attached. Oh, okay. Blank GHL tape with channel 13 attachment. Looks like it's ready to record. This is a big. Looks like a TV. Attachments. Reputed to contain the distilled tear of a cosmic great one sloshing around inside. String a limb. Captured and tortured, his terror grew. First crushed his limb, violet and blue. String a limb. What an A, what a B. This is sounding so awful. Still won't repent, his rebellion obscene. Second soaked his limb till necrosis gangrene. String the limb when they want to be him. Defiant and different and better off dead. The last limb was cut all bloody and red. String the limb when they want to be him. What? I love how they give colors, but this is black and white. Mm. So I shot a bullet and see if that does anything. Why don't you stack? There's 2, 6, and 4, and I'm dyslexic and read the 11 as 9. Jesus, I can't even pick this up. Painted doll. A morbid little doll with paint on its limbs. Google? Oh. and see. Finally got a better look at the creature stalking me, and I know I recognize that face. It was that old boot Mary's lighthouse, the one that keeps banging on about banning the tapes in the first place. She's not looking like a frail old woman anymore. It only stepped through the light for a second, but it looked more like some sort of giant vulture, feathers loosely hanging from a twisted, wrinkled neck, and scrawny legs bent backwards like a bird. The worst of it was the face. No, I'll not forget the face as long as I live. It looked like the face of an old woman, but it was just dead and lifeless. Thin, frail skin was just stretched over its own head like it was wearing a mask, still clinging to a crude attempt to look like us. I hope. Look like us, I think. Hope we'll never see the face again. I hope you've not caught the creature's attention yet, but if you do, then stay quiet and stay out of sight. Particularly sensitive to sound. I saw one of those grotesque rats squeal out and Mary came charging from miles away and gutted the thing in seconds. As far as I know, there's no way to kill it. Keep quiet, hide out of sight, and stay safe. Anyway, the spider who snared the marionettes. Trapped in a web of deceit, they can't escape, and someone is killing them off. Groundbreaking 70s Italian slasher film that helped to thrust the Gaio genre in the limelight and pave the way for the endless wave of American slasher films in the decades to follow. Set in a revolutionary school for the artistically insane, Spider Who Snared the Marionettes is an explosive of sound, color, and violence. The students are held there and treated through their individual artistic talents, ranging from painting, sculpture, and rock music. Someone is killing the students off one by one, and at scene of the crime, someone is killing the students off one by one, and at scene of the crime leaves their calling card, a marionette of the victim. Suspicions instantly turn to the deranged puppet maker, but something just doesn't add up. Who could be committing these violent crimes and why? As beautiful as it is violent, this vibrant masterpiece sparked waves of imitators and attracted ire from certain parties who took offense to the pairing of art and violence. I need another healing tape. Okay. I'll deal with that later.